Nate the Great and the Monster Mash. Chapter 1. My name is Nate the Great. I am a detective. My dog Sludge is a detective too. Today, Sludge and I had big plans to do nothing. Suddenly, I saw something. There was a note under the door of my room. It was written in scribbles. I knew it was from my mother. She scribbles when she's in a hurry. I read it. I love those monsters. I said to Sludge. Strawberry Draculas, chocolate Frankenstein, cinnamon werewolves. My mother hates the werewolf, but she baked them for me anyway. I must find that recipe. I Nate the Great had never solved the case for my mother. My mother knew where everything was. Until now, we will look inside, I said. Perhaps my mother did not look anywhere in the house. I Nate the Great liked this case. I could stay home, would I not? I would not have to see Rosamond or her 4 cats. I would not have to see Alice's dog Frank. I could make as many pancakes as I wanted. Chapter 2. The long and short of it. Sludge and I went to the kitchen. My mother kept her recipe there. Each short recipe there. Each short recipe was written on one side of a card. Each long recipe was written on one side of a long piece of paper. The cards are in one pile. The paper are in another. My mother liked the cards. They will all neat and clean. She did not like the papers. They were crinkled, wrinkled, and stained with food. And the pile of paper was a mess, and it was huge. But I Nate the Great had to look for monster cookies. The recipe should be easy to find, I said to Sludge. It's the only one with drawings of werewolves. Dozen of werewolves Werewolf all closed out. My mother has even never seen a werewolf she likes. I spread very sweet on the floor. I spread every shit on the floor. I found recipes for foods I had never eaten, and I would never want to eat. I like slush. I found great names like chocolate bomb and pecan plops. I found scrubbed name that I had never heard of, like Lamfan. There was nothing listed under that one, and fig fuzzle. Nothing was listed under that either. There are more pages and scrub names. Maybe the recipes would be added later. I, Nate the Great, could not find monster cookies. Chapter 3. One big mess. It was time to think. I made some pancakes. I gave Sludge a bone. We ate and thought. I knew that my mother had not made monster cookie for a week. Today she discovered that the recipe was gone. So the recipe might have been missing for a week, or less than a week. I turned to Slush. We will look in every nook and cranny of this house. Look hurt. It's for my mother. Sludge and I looked, and I looked, sniffed, climbed up, bent down, knocked things over, pulled things out, pushed things around. We crumbled stuff. We jumbled stuff. Nothing. I Nate the Great said there is a big clue missing in this case. The clue is my mother. We have to find her and ask her question. Sludge and I walked towards the front door. Ouch! We stumbled over the mess and we had met. We will clean this up when we get back, I said. Chapter 4. Tasty in lemon. We went outside. Think about where my mother would go, I said. Sludge sat down. No, don't sit and think, walk and think, I said. Suddenly I knew why Sludge had sit down. Fang was up ahead with Annie. I went up to Annie. I am looking for my mother, I said, or her recipe for monster cookie. Have you seen either one? I saw your mother 3 days ago, and I said. She said hello. Then she looked at Fang. She kept staring at him. Then she took a long piece of paper out of her pocketbook and wrote something down. Wrote something down. She said that fang would be tasty in lemon. What did that mean?
Sorry.
You wouldn't want to know, I said. Chapter 5. The best follow. Sludge and I work done. Maybe my mother is adding fang to her list of tasty monsters that I can hardly want to eat him. But that does not help us find my mother. Sludge turned around. Where are you going? I asked. Sludge led the way to Oliver's house. Oliver lived next door. Oliver is past. Oliver follow people. Oliver follow animal. Oliver follow the world. Oliver was in his yard. Oliver, I said, did you follow my mother today? Your mother went out today? Oliver said. Oh, hopefully I missed her. Your mother is a great fellow. She goes to good places. You like the fish store. Oliver collects eels. He likes anything, especially Oliver, I said. Did you follow my mother this week? Yes. 3 days ago, I was my favorite follow of the month. Where did she go? Oliver looked proud. He opened a box. He took out a card. I know who I follow and when I follow them and where they go, he said. I have a card for everybody. Let's see. Nate the Great. Mother. Thursday, 2 p.m. She spoke to Annie. She looked at Fang. She took a long piece of paper out of her pocketbook. She scrawled something on it. She was probably her grocery list. She went to the supermarket next. She looked at the paper. Then she took a jar of canned cinnamon from a shelf. She stared at the jar. She put it back. She brought chocolate, strawberry, and lemon. A lemon, I said. I was really going to make lemon fan cookies. What happened next? I asked. She went to the fish store, Oliver said. She looked more long papers from her pocketbook. She
Look at them.
And brought a lot of fish. Ah, I said. More long papers. They could not be grocery list. They must have been recipes at the fish store for fish dishes. At the supermarket for monster cookies. But what did she do next? I don't know, Oliver said. I had to go home. I feed my eels. I must go to the fish store, I said. I must follow you, Oliver said. I know it, I said. Chapter 6, Something Fishy. Sludge and I walked to the fish store. Oliver followed us. Rosamond and her 4 cats were there. Rosamond was buying tuna. Here, she said to the man behind the counter, is some paper to warm my tuna in you warped my fish in it 2 months ago. But another side hasn't been used. Just turn the paper over and use the another side.
Use the other side.
Use the other side. The paper was stained, rumpled, and crumpled, and smelly. The man made the fence, but he warmed the tuna in the paper. I recycle everything, Rosamond said, but fish paper is the best. I need the grade was disgust to do that. Have you seen my mother or her recipe for mustard cookies? I asked. Rosamond looked mad. I saw your mother a few minutes ago. She asked me if I had seen her recipe. No, you were asking me questions. You always ask me questions. From now on, I will charge you for my answers. Rosamond was strange. I know I need the grade. I had to be even stranger. From no one, I need the grade. I will charge you for my question, I said. Rosamond chuckled. Okay, no charge, she said. The answer is that I have got seen your mother's recipe. I don't know where she went after I saw her. For that you wanted money? Wanted money, I said. Rosamond hugged her tuna package. Well, when I answer your question, I have to think harder. I have to breathe harder. My tooth tingles. My cat get hungry. It was time to leave. Sludge, Oliver, and I went outside. Oliver took out a card and scrubbed something onto it. It was just the way my mother scrubbed her shut recipes on her cards. Receipt on her cards. Sludge sniffed the card. Was she thinking what I was thinking? Chapter 7. Closed out with werewolves. Sludge and I rushed home. We have solved the case, I said. I opened the front door. I tripped. We'll clean up soon, I said. But first we have to use the clues. We know that my mother had had the recipe when she went to the supermarket 3 days ago. She almost brought cinnamon there, but she didn't. My mother really hates the cinnamon werewolf, so she must have decided not to pet them anymore. And that minute, she didn't need all those clothes werewolves. Nick the Grey said that without them, the monster cookie recipe was short enough to write a card. So when my mother got home, she copied the receipt from the piece of paper onto a card. She threw the paper when she forgot that the receipt is now on the card. I went to the pile of cards. A tumbled road went fast. Then fast. I knew I would find monster cookies. Sludge wagged his tail. He knew it too.
Stop.
I looked once. I looked twice. I looked 3 times. Sludge stopped wigging. The receipt is not on the cards, I said. I should have known that my mother knows what she is looking for. A long piece of paper. I opened a cupboard. There was plenty of cinnamon. My werewolf are safe. We have to keep looking for my mother, I said. Chapter 8, The Right Place. Sludge and I rushed to the door. Boom, bump, chomp. We'll fall down. We will clean up the place soon, I said. Sludge was tired of hearing that. We ate sit there. It's hard work being detective, I said. I have to think about what I am looking for and who I am looking for. I am what I am looking for and who I am working for. I'm working for my mother. I know that she does not lose things. She put things in the right place for that receipt. She was with the another papers. What receipt was with the another papers. She must have put it there 3 days ago. So why wasn't it there? Sludge didn't know. Either did I, Nate the Great. What really important in this case? Was it important that my mother has scrubbed something on a long piece of paper after she saw Fang? Was it important that she brought chocolate, strawberry, a lemon, and a lot of fish? Fish could not have anything to do with monster cookies. Still, there was a clue at at the fish store. I need to grate felt in my bones, and my nose. And it has something to do with Rosamond's fish paper. Chapter 9. A scrub among scrubbles. Get up, I said to Sludge. We have the clue we need. Fish paper and lemon. Sludge and I made our way back to the kitchen. I looked at the papers I spread over the floor. I found the sheet and had lantern that had lantern scrubbed on it. The paper was stained, wrinkled and crumpled, just like Rosamond's fish paper, because it had already been used on the another side to make cookies. I turned the paper over. I need to grate. I read what I knew I would read. Monster cookies! There it was. How to make strawberry Dracula's, chocolate Frankenstein's, and cinnamon werewolf. This case is solved, I said. Here is that happened. My mother had some recipe with her when she saw Annie and Fan. She scrawled a note to buy lemon on the back of the monster cookie recipe. Lemon Fan, short for lemon fan cookie. After she shopped and came home, she put the recipe back on the pile. But because she had scrubbed on the back of the monster cookie recipe, it was turned down instead of up. The next couple of days, my mother used another recipe from the pile. The pile became very messy. Today, my mother was ready to make the cookies. She went to the pile. She was in a hurry. She tumbled through a lot of receipts and scribbles, like Lanfan. A scribble among scribbles. My mother passed it by, just the way I did. If the paper had been blank, we would have known it was the wrong side. I need to say that in this case, nothing would have been better. Then something I heard the front door open. I clutched the monster cookie receipt. I had a big surprise to show my mother. I heard a scream. I was glad that I did not hear a thud or a bump or a thump. Sludge looked scared. I need to grade. No, that I had one more surprise for my mother than I wanted. Solange and I were very busy for the last of the day. The end. Thank you for reading this story. Nate the Great and the Monster Math. The end.